Okay, so I got my data in my Excel sheet, and I'm going to go to the data tab and I'll have data analysis. Now, if you don't have the data tab on your computer here, or the data analysis option, it's pretty easy to go ahead and put it in there. Just go to File, and then you will go to Options, and then you'll put, let's see, should be add-ins. There it is. You'll just go to add-ins, and then it will ask you to manage add-ins, and then you'll just go to that. And then you can just go ahead and click this analysis tool pack. Just go ahead and click that little thing and then put OK, and then it will load it onto your spreadsheet from there. So now I'm just going to go ahead and do that, data analysis. And then what I'm going to do is a single factor or a one-way analysis of variance. That's an ANOVA single factor. That's the one I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that one, and I'm going to double left click my mouse and to open up the box. So my range is going to be my data. So I'm going to highlight my data, and then I'm going to select my alpha level, which is 0.05. I am doing the columns instead of rows. If I was doing columns and rows, I would be doing more of a block design. But then I'm going to do what's called an output range, because I want to see my table somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce this. I'm going to select a range. Let's go with F1, and I'll go ahead and select that. Everything looks good here, so I'm going to go ahead and say OK, and it will actually calculate this within nanoseconds. There it is. So there's my F table, and if you can see that it looks very, very similar to what we got. I mean, if we would have taken some decimal points out further, it would have been right on the money. So we're very, very close. I'm very happy with the results that we did by hand. As you can see, the test statistic here, very, very significant. And the p-value, the actual, the probability of making a type 1 error is very low. So I've got very high statistical significance there. And as you can see, by doing this, all of our values are the same as what we did by hand. So you can do it by hand, but if you know how to do Excel spreadsheets, it's a lot easier. And I used very minimal data. You can use a lot of data. Of course, the hand calculation is going to be much harder with more numbers. I would recommend, if you're using larger numbers, to go ahead and use Excel or some other software for statistical analysis. There's Minitab, there's SPSS or SAS, lots of different things. But for my work in social sciences, I can do most of everything I need to do in Excel. So that's just one way of doing it, and you can actually do what's called a post hoc analysis. It's a little more involved, but that will tell you exactly where the significance is within those groups and between the groups. And if there's no significance between group 2 and group 3, it'll tell you that. So Excel's a little bit limited on what it can do. If I was using SPSS, I would just have to hit just one command, and it would do a post hoc analysis for me. But right now, this is good enough for our elementary statistics class, so that you'll know how an ANOVA works and what you can expect from it. So I will load another video probably tomorrow on regression analysis and correlations, and then we will do a chi-square, and then we'll be done. You'll have every bit of information to do your quiz and your homework, and then you should be very successful on your final examination as well. So look forward for another video coming soon.